Coldplay, one of the world's most influential bands, recently made a decision that has left many fans both shocked and intrigued.
Many music fans heartbroken. British band Coldplay has announced their retirement plan. In an interview, band's frontman Chris Martin said that Coldplay will retire after releasing their 12th studio album. Their 10th album will be releasing on the 4th of this month. During the interview, Martin said, "There's only 7 Harry Potters. There's only 12 and a half Beatles album. There's about the same for Bob Marley, so all are heroes."
After nearly 3 decades of shaping the global music scene, Coldplay's frontman Chris Martin announced that the band will retire from releasing studio albums after their 12th one. Now this is a very bold move, especially for a group that could easily go through many successful years. But this decision actually holds deep lessons, not just for the band, but for every working professional. It's all about reclaiming creative control, setting out clear boundaries, and actually prioritizing mental well-being over endless production. In an interview with Apple Music, Chris Martin explained the band's decision. He said less is more. Setting a limit ensures that quality of their work remains very high. It actually forces the band to push the boundaries of their creativity while also respecting their own personal limits. This is not just about stopping at a number. It's all about intentionally creating space to safeguard creativity. Now, Coldplay's decision mirrors what professionals in every industry face: a constant pressure to perform, to keep producing without any pause. For many people, this grind becomes endless, and the price is often paid with burnout and declining quality. Coldplay is doing something that many high-achieving individuals struggle to do: separate their self-worth from their output. Perfectionism and the desire to continuously top their last success can actually trap creatives in a cycle of endless production. By setting a very clear boundary, which is 12 albums, they are actually taking control over how they want their story to be told. Now, Coldplay's decision could actually resonate in unexpected places like India, where professionals often struggle with balancing expectations and personal limits. Whether you're a musician, a software engineer, or a corporate executive, the pressure to consistently achieve is a global phenomenon. In India, where long working hours and the pursuit of excellence are culturally ingrained, Coldplay's decision reminds us that sometimes less is truly more. By recognizing the boundaries, Coldplay shows us that sustainability in creativity or work does not come from endlessly producing more, but actually from valuing the quality of peace of mind and the personal joy. This principle, when applied to any profession, has the potential to transform lives. Now for Coldplay, this decision will allow them to focus on creating meaningful, high-quality music. They could easily churn out albums for decades, but setting this limit helps them avoid the creative burnout and keeps their music fresh. In essence, it's actually a safeguard, a way to preserve their energy, creativity, and joy for making music. By setting an end date for their albums, they have actually given themselves a chance to control how their legacy unfolds and perhaps enjoy more freedom to explore other forms of creativity, whether that is maybe touring or maybe collaborations or simply just taking a break to breathe.
Martin further stated that he wanted his members to have their own space outside the band. Though the frontman ensured that the group's retirement will not mark the end of their collaborations, Martin also stated that he may collaborate with his present bandmates for some of his projects. Coldplay just finished the European leg of their Music of the Spheres tour, which crossed $1 billion in ticket sales since it began in 2022. Their following tour route will take them on a journey to Australia and New Zealand next month. The band is all set to perform in India in January 2025. If reports are to be believed, Coldplay may add a few more India dates after the ticket frenzy in the country.
So what can we learn from this? The lesson is universal. Boundaries matter. Coldplay's decision is not about quitting. It's about ensuring that their work remains meaningful and sustainable. For any Indian professional who actually faces enormous societal and family pressure to constantly achieve, this is actually a reminder that it's actually okay to stop, reflect, and set personal limits. In fact, it's actually very essential. Whether you're an artist, a tech worker, or a CEO, the lesson is very clear. Value your time, your mental well-being, and your creative energy. Set clear boundaries that help you to grow without burning out. In a world that constantly demands more, sometimes the bravest thing you can do to say is, enough. This is where I have to stop. As Coldplay nears the completion of its 12th and final studio album, their decision will go down as defining moment in the band's career. But more than that, it is actually a lesson for all of us to reclaim our own creative control, to prioritize our well-being over productivity, and to understand that sometimes stopping is the only way to move forward.